Chapter 1. Monday, December 13th. Detective Cole Berkeley. Got a hot one for you. Captain Davis dropped a thin manila folder on my desk, and my partner Alex scooted around to look over my shoulder. The downtown Tampa PD is in a renovated bank building that was built back in the 60s. Space is at a premium, so she didn't have to scoot far. What's it about? She glanced up at Davis, who already looked pissed and tired even though it was only Monday. The captain ran a hand through her curly graying hair. Remember the rape-murder Kendricks and Ramirez were working last month? The one where the Vic was found tied to the bed with the mask on. I finished for her. How could we forget? More of the same? More of the same, she confirmed. But this time the Vic's still alive, or she was when her roommate called it in. The Carlton Arms down by USF. I need you there quick. Ambulance is on the way too, but I'd like you to get there before they disturb the scene if you could. The CA, I muttered. Where else? You don't want much, do you, Captain? Alex stood, grabbing her jacket from the back of her chair. They're going to be sending the ambulance from University Community. We'd have to fly to get there first. I have faith in you, Reed, the captain said dryly. And this case is going to belong to you and Berkeley. She nodded at me. From now on, since Kendricks is off until he gets out of the hospital and Ramirez moved. Thanks. Merry Christmas to you, too, I muttered, grabbing my own jacket and the folder off the blotter. Alex tossed me the keys, but I tossed them right back again. We have to go fast. You drive. I'll read. Hey, won't the other guys razz you if they find out you're letting a girl drive? She grinned at me, an expression I hadn't seen in way too long. I'm only letting you drive because you got car sick reading in traffic, I said, grinning back at her. To be honest, she's the better driver, and I'd like to think I'm not too much of a macho jerk to admit it. Of course, I'd never say it out loud. I'll drive, but we're taking my car. No whining, she said, obviously seeing the look on my face. Fine. We ran out to the parking lot behind the Tampa PD and found her bright yellow VW Bug. Not exactly inconspicuous, although that wasn't why I had a problem with it. It's a great little car, and Alex can really make it sing when she wants to. She whips around bigger vehicles like they're standing still. But little is the operative word. It's not easy to fit somebody my size into a car like that. No whining, Alex said again as I folded all 6'5" of myself into the yellow Bug. I feel like I'm in a damn clown car at the circus, I grumbled, ignoring her. I closed the door, my right shoulder jammed against the glass. It's a good thing I'm not claustrophobic. She revved the engine and peeled rubber out of the lot. Not surprised about that, Cole, big clown like you. Hey, I protested mildly. I thought I was a lug, or maybe a lummox. She raised her perfectly pointed eyebrows at me. Since when are you a lummox? I shrugged. Don't ask me. I can't keep track of all your little pet names for me. She punched me lightly on the shoulder and whipped around a city bus, cutting off a white Hummer that was idling along in the fast lane. The driver blew his horn, and Alex muttered, Blow your nose, asshole. You'll get more out of it. Alexandra? I did my best impression of her mother. Language, young lady. She smirked at me, giving me a look from those big brown eyes of hers. My partner, I swear, has eyes just like Bambi. In fact, sometimes I call her that just to tease her. She hates it, but those eyes, they're soft, brown, and big enough to drown in, with a thick fringe of black lashes all the way around. To look at her, you'd think she wouldn't hurt a fly. She's short, too. Well, not really, I guess. 5'7" isn't really all that short for a woman. It's just that everybody seems short to me. But she's curvy, which makes her look shorter than if she were all skin and bones like some women are. And she has those eyes, like I mentioned, and this thick, wavy, brownish, blondish hair she used to wear really short. She's been growing it out lately, and it's almost down past her shoulders. I like to watch it brush over the collar of her shirt, but I'd never tell her so. Anyway, she looks more like a kindergarten teacher than a detective first class, which is what we both are. But her looks don't fool me. I've seen those baby deer eyes narrow down over the barrel of her Browning, and I've seen her squeeze the trigger cold as ice. If the driver of the Hummer that honked at us knew Alex half as well as I did, he'd be keeping his hand off the horn, and covering his nuts with it instead.